Hello and welcome to the 57th episode of Williams Whiteboard. As I always do, I'd like to take a quick moment just to say thank you to all of you that have come by, watched the videos, left comments, likes, and shares. I really appreciate the shares. So on today's 57th episode, I'm going to talk about the concept of no 90% bridges. Okay, so let's go. As I've shared with you all before, the comments, the things that I talk about on Williams Whiteboard often come from either my client work or something that's happening in my world, in my business. And this week's episode is all about me, okay? This week, I took a look at all of the activities that I'm doing in my business and all the activities that I'm doing in the acquisition and small business community. And I noticed that I had a lot of things going on. I had a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces happening. But I also recognized that I had some 90% bridges. Okay? Here's what I mean. In most bridges, okay, there is something on one side, there is something on the other, and that there's this gap in the middle. It could be water, it could be space, it could be a canyon, okay? It's something that needs to be bridged, okay, to get from, to have value moving from one place to another. So we do all of the things that are necessary. We identify the problem, okay? I understand the challenges. We get an idea of what needs to be done, okay? And then we start the prep work, and then we start building the bridge, okay? And then the bridge occurs. This is an analogy for a lot of things. We have a challenge, or a demand signal, or an opportunity, and we have to build a bridge to realize the value, that the value is over here. So we get to doing all the things that are necessary to build the bridge. And then at some point in the process, we get to some percentage. Oftentimes, because of all the work we've done, we get to a place that's almost 90% of the bridge. And then the problem looks different. The challenges may have changed. The idea has evolved, okay? And oftentimes, the energy to go forward has changed. The will to go forward, maybe even the ROI that you expected to get to the other side has changed. And most importantly, the opportunity to be critiqued shows up. And we lose the energy or the motivation to finish the bridge. This is a 90% bridge. The question is, what is the value of a 90% bridge? Okay? It's actually approaching zero, because the value is not realized until you address the opportunity, address the challenge, address the demand. And I looked in my business and I looked in my life and I noticed that I had a lot of 90% bridges. There is absolutely value in starting, and there is value in the process, but total value is unlocked at completion. At completion. You gotta do the work. You have to get to the finished product in order to realize the value and to realize any learning that may result in a pivot. Okay. But we have to complete, finish, execute, address the challenge, and build the bridge. So the point that I'd like to leave with all of you all today is check how many 90% bridges you have in your life, in your business, in your career, in your activity, in your family. How many 90% bridges are out there that you're still taking effort, because it takes effort to maintain the 90%. So you're expending energy, activity, time, energy, creativity to expend to keep the 90% when you don't realize the full value until it's done. This is William's Whiteboard, and this is the concept of no 90% bridges. Do the work to finish it up. You're already expended the energy. Why not get the reward? Give me some thoughts and comments on the concept of no 90% bridges. Thank you so very much for your time. And as I always say, when you're chewing on a problem and you don't know what to do, grab a whiteboard and a couple of markers and get after it. All the best. Be well.